All right, Steve. So one of the common questions I'm getting here at Chicken Sticks Golf is, what can people do to help their driver be more consistent? Now, I know we can go down a rabbit hole of, swing path and club headed impact and all that kind of stuff, and everybody's swing's a little different, but whether it's a beginner or, a low handicap player, forget the swing type, what's something that they can do that just immediately is going to have an effect to give them more consistency off the tee?
Well, that's a great question, Bert. You know, it's interesting. Something as simple as being able to tee up your golf ball consistently every time. Because, most of the times when we hit drivers, we want to tee it up about the same height every time.
Right. Yeah.
Because most of our driver shots are all we're trying to do the same thing. We're not varying it much.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, golf swings vary a lot, whether you like to tee it high or tee it low.
Right.
So what I found a golf tee called Flex Head Golf Tee, and they're fantastic for a couple reasons. One, they have a shoulder on the tee, on the shaft of the tee, that allows me to push that tee down exactly to the right height every time. And I've figured out which one works best for me. So I just grab onto the shaft, stick it in the ground, plop the ball on this fantastic ball seat.
Right.
And every time I tee it up, I get a perfect setup to where it's going to increase my likelihood of hitting that ball where it needs to, and that's right on the sweet spot.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I've tried some of the little tees with markings and things like that, but it's still hard to kind of get it, get it exact. And then you've got to get down on the ground. It's too much. It's too much work.
It is, especially because you've got tees. I mean, unless you're playing at Augusta or on a tour tee, where it's almost like a putting green. A lot of times there's grass there, so you'll finally get to the ground, and it's important to get that shoulder on the tee flush to the ground, and that's going to make a huge difference. And what's really cool about these tees is there's 8 different tee heights with them,
gotcha. Okay.
so that you can find out which tee works best for you based on how high you tee it. And there's a couple of cool ways that we do that.
What are some different ways? I mean, I know, if you've got a buddy that's got like a GC quad, you can kind of get, the exact spot. But I mean, for the rest of the world, the other 99% of the people out there, what's their best option?
Without those 4 high-speed cameras measuring that face on a computer, it's a little tough.
Yeah, it's got to be some kind of old school manual technology.
Yeah, what we've done in the past, and a lot of you already know this probably, but you can use face tape. They've got driver face tapes that you put on. And what happens is when you make a swing and you make contact with the ball, it's going to leave a mark on the club face as to, where you hit it. And if you tee it too high, if you're making a couple consistent swings and you're finding that the ball mark is being left up on the top of the club, you've teed it too high. And if you end up finding a mark on the bottom of the club, you realize that you've got it teed up too low. So you can instead of having to try to figure that out with a tee where you really don't know,
pick a different one.
You just pick the right tee.
Okay.
And it makes it easy. And I just carry 2 now. I carry one that I know that I'm going to hit solid every time with the right tee height, and I've got a little one that I use for my hybrids and my par 3 shots and such.
Okay, your irons and stuff.
And it works out pretty good.
Now this seems, I guess there's the flex part of it, because I've busted my share of tees. I mean, I'm still learning the game, so my contact is not always pristine, and I've certainly cracked a bunch of tees in my day, but these look pretty tough.
Well, the cool thing about them too is these things, because of the polymer that the inventor uses, they're guaranteed unbreakable for life, so they're really nice.
So I can put them to a test then.
Well, as a PGA instructor, it's nice for me because I get all kinds of different golf swings coming at these tees.
I bet. Yeah, if you're using your own tees, you might that might get expensive otherwise.
It gets. In fact, before I met Mark, the inventor, I used to use wood tees, and it used to look like a squirrel eating pine cones and having pine cone stuff all over.
Right,
I had a midden of tees all over the place, but now I just carry a couple, and because they're unbreakable, it's nice for sure. But I'll tell you what's really cool too is the ball seat on these particular tees is the size of a dime, and it's got a tripod on there, so it's super easy to set the ball right on that tee,
Got it.
which is kind of nice too. Because a lot of times, most like for kids and seniors, It's hard to get the ball exactly to stay there on the
Yeah,
tee.
the seats on those little wooden tees, I mean, there's not a lot of surface area there.
Right.
Now, I like the yellow. I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of like the optic yellow, but does it have other colors? Because I know people,
Yeah.
they like their own look.
Yeah, the optic colors are critical because, of course, if they're guaranteed for life, boy, you cry if you lose one.
Yeah, you want to be able to find it, right?
Yeah, so they have a beautiful optic pink for people who like that color. They have
Okay.
an optic orange.
Okay.
They have an optic white, and they have a classic red tee because there are a lot of people love red.
No, the red.
But the
okay.
optic colors are cool because they're a lot easier to find.
Yeah, well, that's a good looking tee,
Good stuff
and
there.
I can't wait to hit some drivers.
But well, the thing is that's the easiest way to improve your driving if you tee it right. Because a lot of people they don't tee it right. Plus, with the different types of grass on the tee itself, what happens is if you tee it down, you can't really tell how high it is, and so you'll make a great swing and you'll get a miss hit. And the key is you've got to get that ball on the center of the club
Right,
face,
yeah, you need to
and
meet.
that makes a huge difference, not only in your direction, but most importantly in the distance that you'll hit that ball if you get it right on the sweet spot.
Well, you can get these at.
flex-head.com.
All right.
Right.
And we'll put a link in the description or below this video. We'll put a link in there so people can find it. And you think I can maybe even get a discount code we can use? For
Yeah,
our
we'll
fans?
we'll talk to Mark, our inventor, and
Okay.
see if we can get a little discount for the people who are going to use
All right,
them.
so I'll drop the discount either below the video or somewhere in the video for you guys. So
Yeah, that'll be
all right.
that'll be nice.
Well, thanks, Steve. Let's go hit some.
Cool stuff.
All right.